Yeah.
Right there. Thank you very much. Perfect. Brady, you want to throw me a green marker?
A green marker?
Green marker.
It's a bar. And this guy tried to go there and it wasn't open. And like the light was, it said open.
What is the folder you guys can listen?
A folder?
Yeah.
I did not see.
Okay, that's not good.
We have the
Do you want us to turn our desks?
Yeah. We'll spread them out again.
Wow, you're hilarious.
You talking to Red yesterday?
No, but I just saw him.
Wait, is that
No,
his
I
actual name?
wanna ask him why they didn't football yesterday. He said he was.
Is that his actual name?
Yeah.
I've never seen a black or heard of a black person with a white person name.
What grade is he in?
Sophomore. You asked him, I don't think you want to.
Oh, Connor, check it out. I've looked for my folder since yesterday.
I told you it was in here too.
Ashley
What
will
did I
tell you after the rest.
I'll
I'll give him the $5 they gave you.
I said,
You've got to be kidding.
I said, I bet it's
It's Mars?
You think Fox is like tomorrow?
That's probably the once you That's a good no, that's how I think last game here is how the first one.
If it's like, like girl and then make a rapper name for it.
He's either
Yeah, it's just for
three states on
What are you good at then?
Wait, was that your pass on the floor?
Yeah, it fell in my pocket and I was like, I looked down and I'm like, oh, no, it's not there, I better retrace my steps.
You don't know what I'm gonna do.
Jeepers,
Jeez, Tom.
you are.
It was you.
I heard actually.
All right, hey, real quick, we're gonna finish our test. I'm gonna hand them out. Even if you think you're done, I'm gonna hand it back to you, and then I'm going to go through the instructions one more time because I want to give everyone an equal opportunity to finish it. Does that make sense? Okay. ISU rep is here today. I know that's the important one, so that's at 10. So if you all want to go, I always encourage that, and I'll let you go to that. So, all right. ISU. In fact, I heartily encourage all of you to go. In fact, we might just take a detour down there. All right, so.
Aren't you the ICU?
I should be.
Hey, can we like go there and then leave when the next period starts? Or do we
That I don't know.
Because I got test next period.
I don't know how long the rep usually takes.
Interesting.
Okay.
No, I want to.
Pretty good. You good to start?
Yeah.
Alright. Hey, who else did not start it yesterday? Okay, you want to start today? You feeling good?
Or did I leave it like 10 or 14?
10.
What happened to them with Hawkeye?
No.
Dead Swings too. Oh, mine's not
Is that my calculator that you just dropped?
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's actually
I have
staff.
butter.
You just lost 100 points, right?
I know, that's what I said. Mine's 100 points. You know why we say that or no?
Huh?
You know why we say that or no?
No.
No.
Why?
We had this teacher in 5th grade, and like we had this point system, like when we did our homework we got stuff, and every time we dropped a calculator we got minus 100 points off for our chart.
You get to the point. You can't.
No, you get pick cards.
You like candy or like football shorts.
Yeah, so it's
That's
like
pretty cool.
minus 100 points.
All I remember is hearing about Morgan throwing a stapler at the student teacher.
She wasn't the best student teacher. I remember making Harper cry.
You might just blind.
What?
Emily?
She's on.
I thought it was just blind.
Or don't forget I'm gone Friday.
Okay, good enough.
Why?
I'm going on a family.
Okay, you want to call me?
Family.
Star.
Or he's right there.
Sorry, you were behind me every time I turned. So. Okay, let's go through the instructions one more time. I would like this preferably done today, if possible, okay? Because I'm not gonna use class time tomorrow, so if you don't get done, you have to finish after school or before school tomorrow. Okay, number one, plug in your value, simplify it down. 2, you have to find the intersection of those things, know what an intersection is. 3 is a union, so know what a union means. 4, you have to simplify that as far as you can. It may not go very far. 5, you have to simplify that, take your time on number 5. 6, I would like the digit, the number, you might need a calculator for that one, the number gets a little big. 7, 8, and 9, you're doing the laws of exponents, know how the parentheses works, the powers, know how like parentheses work when they're side by side, or how negative powers work. 10 and 11, I would like the digit, please, the original number. It's in scientific notation, but I want to know what was the original number out. So write it out, the digit. 12 and 13, you have to simplify that thing down, okay, to whatever that is. You might have to break it down after you simplify it. If there's a fraction left over, make sure you're rationalizing so there's no radicals in the bottom, that type of thing. 14, 15, you have to add or subtract those. You have to simplify them before you can. Don't just try to subtract them or add them right now. You have to simplify them so they look the same, if it's possible. 16, you have to rationalize the denominator, do not leave radicals on the bottom. 17, it's a number, it's a digit, I'd like to know what that number is. 18, 19, simplify those things that have powers, that have fractions in them. So, simplify it like normal, it's like number 9, basically. But in the very end, you put it back to the radical form, at the very end.
If you don't know how to do that, is it wrong?
Go as far as you can, so that way you get some points, okay? 20, add or subtract that thing together, make sure you're doing that correctly. I want it in standard form, so that means descending order. Then you gotta give me the degrees, don't forget that. You have to state the degree of that thing and I'll not tell you what that is. Number 21 and 22, you're multiplying. Be careful on 22 that you don't make a simple error on that thing, okay? Multiply it out, you should know how that works. 23, you're finding the area of the shaded part. Now I know this is really hard to see. It is the deck minus the pool. So it's the deck minus the pool in the middle, so that's the shaded part. You can kind of see it, got a little faded, the printer was terrible. 24, you're finding the volume of that whole thing there, that cube, but there's a little piece missing out of the top corner. There's that little piece, you gotta find the dimension of that thing and subtract it out, okay? Okay, take your time, work on this. If you don't get done today, you have to finish it after school today or tomorrow morning. Okay, I know there's exceptions for 2 that were not here, but, okay, questions, if you have them, I'll try to answer, but I will not tell you if you're right or wrong or how to do it, so just be careful on that.
When did you say when you write the degree
That is 20.
on?
Okay. Question?
Did you give hints?
Multiply? Divide. That's your one. Okay. You can multiply and you can divide. So that is possible.
Okay.
Not much of a hint, but it does work. Okay. John, are you? Hello. You're just like staring up into space. Okay, if you think you're done, you're comfortable, you can turn it in. Don't sit there forever. Okay, I'll get back to you there, Andrew. It's not wrong, I just wanted you to put it back to the full time, if you can. If you need to go to the ISU rep, you better go. I'll take my test.
Just a second.
Okay. If any of you are going to the ISU rep, all of you, you should probably go now. So, no, don't hold back. You can go. It's in the cafeteria.
I only have one problem left. You go.
Yeah, don't you go.
What if I
Just-
could?
Weird, I got a
What?
I would if I could.
Weird, I got a call too.
You should go. Greatest college on the planet. Just saying.
Did you see the slicks?
Just not in football.
Oh, that game be fun.
Yeah, Warren, did that game hurt you a little bit?
It was a steroid. I'll give him time. You know, he's a new coach. That's minus 100.
One bad call. One bad call in the whole game. It was
One
close.
bad call. Yeah.
I was buying
I see
my
someone was trying to tell me.
What
time?
Well, you're 7:30.
Wait, what happened?
So you can come in at any point you want.
I
Doesn't really matter.
Iowa State.
Won't phase me.
Someone told me that it was
I have one
bad
question
call.
left.
Else Iowa State would have won.
I have a very last question left. Can I come in at like 8 o'clock?
Someone said that.
I just have like
That
one.
was Anthony.
Yeah, it was Anthony. Anthony, it was.
I still give them
Or, so I went in there to sign up. Mrs. Bradley signed me up.
Yeah, I talked to her already. I talked to
I
her.
heard that. Something.
I felt bad telling you you shouldn't go.
One bad call.
Tell them to get out work, you know?
Hey, let's be quiet. We got one person taking the test yet. reminder just for everyone in here. I need to do a quick update on the website that I do, right? You guys know the address hsmath.org. That's my website.
Yeah, I tried to get there the other day.
Okay. I need to explain something because I didn't realize somebody emailed me the other day and I found out there was a problem with the website. So, okay, hsmath.org. Pretty straightforward. When you go to the website, you'll see my hand writing something on the board. On the top, it'll say like lessons, it'll say like basketball, volleyball, whatever, right? When you click lessons, or if you scroll down the page and you find pre-calc and you click, it'll take you to the same site where it'll say pre-calc, right? And then it'll describe things about pre-calc, and then it'll have the lessons, right? Here's what I found, and this is what somebody emailed me on yesterday. It only displayed 10 lessons. It didn't display the newest one. We've had like 20 days of school, right? But it only was displaying 10. And it wasn't the newest 10, it was just 10. So the idea was that I didn't realize that there was a limit to how many lessons I could put on the page itself. So what I did is I modified this little box where it put all my lessons in there. What I did is I modified it where it's a box here. It's called a carousel. Okay, a carousel spins. There's a little control up here in the corner that there's arrows. And if you click the arrow, it'll cycle through all the lessons. So now you can see all of them. It would only show 10, but if I make a carousel box, it'll put all of them in there. And so what I'm gonna do is, every time we move to a new chapter, I'll make a new carousel box, and I'll put those lessons in here. Okay, and you'll have the arrows and stuff. Does that make sense? And probably what I'll do, like when we move on to chapter 1, right? We're in chapter P, it says chapter P here. And we move on to chapter 1, eventually. I'm gonna move this chapter 1 box to here and move this chapter P box down. That way the newest lessons are always on the top. Does that make sense? You don't have to scroll like 90 minutes trying to find out where your lessons are. But this will have a moving carousel, you have to hit the arrows. I just didn't realize it wasn't displaying them. Like I was uploading them like normal and they're all there and all the videos are there and all the lessons, but it wasn't showing every lesson. And I didn't realize until somebody caught it yesterday. So it was an honest mistake, I didn't even foresee that happening. So there you go. I'm gonna modify it a little bit. There's gonna be some tweaks and stuff so it looks a little bit prettier, but hopefully everything's working. You can see every lesson now. Does that make sense? Okay, I felt bad. I didn't even realize it was happening. That was somebody emailed me yesterday on that, so I was fixing it like crazy before volleyball game started yesterday. So. And if you find any other like problems with the website, let me know, because I thought it was all working, but I can't foresee for every little issue that will arise. So if you're not finding a video or something's not working. The only problem is I know that YouTube is blocked here at the school. That's the only one major issue. I know that. So you have to watch those videos at home.
What?
That game where you gotta get all the boxes, you know?
That's
Oh,
dumb.
it's blocking.
I don't even know Slither, man.